Okay. Why am I so... I just be dramatic for no reason sometimes. Heidi ho, neighbors. Hope everyone's doing well. I don't even know why I'm greeting the video like that, because that's not what this video is about. Literally, this video is... I guess I'm venting or outing myself. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I feel as though this is important to do right now because of what is being experienced internally. I might start speaking from the position of personhood because I am definitely perceiving things personally. I'm trying to chill out, but like, I have relapsed, and not even really a real relapse, but a storm of the mind has arrived, and I just been trying to work on it. So as I know, I don't even know who I'm talking to. So as I know, I've been single, and I have been basically working through my codependency problems in regards to relationships that I enter, not even just romantic relationships. Okay, sorry. I've been in the gym and yes, but I've been trying to get past a relationship that I got out of some months ago, which is why I decided to become celibate and all of that. I just finally got to the point where I'm like, yeah, I want to open myself up to other people. Not necessarily to say I want to open myself up to people's energies, but I don't want to be closed off anymore, I guess. So I was like, yeah, I mean, if dating happens, then sure, I'm open to that. It's not what I'm seeking. I'm not seeking anything, you know what I mean? And then there's still a small little facet in my mind that is seeking, but it's not seeking any of these strangers. It's seeking the familiarity of the relationship that I got out of. And I was doing fine. I felt like I was doing fine. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get emotional. It's not even a big deal. It's not even a big deal. It's like, relax, it's not that deep. But so after, what am I gonna say? I would say it's been about 2 months. It's been about 2 months with just zero contact. Of course, I've been thinking about this person. Like, I love them. So I've been thinking about them, but I knew that it might be detrimental for us to communicate with one another right now. Maybe we need to take the time. But at the same time, at the same rate, there was something in the back of my mind, and it's my ego. It's my freaking ego. Always, like, my ego is literally like an addict. It always wants something. There's always something that it wants, it needs, the desires. And we hadn't communicated, and I was okay with that, but not okay because my ego wasn't. I still want this person, you know what I'm saying, per se. I can't say that I do, but I do, if that makes sense. I'm not crazy. But we hadn't spoken, and I was coming to terms, and I felt like I was healing. Maybe it was all an illusion, and I was just convincing myself so, because I had never truly let go of the attachment itself. I still thought we were gonna get back together eventually. So we hadn't spoken in a while, and they reached out to me. But the reason that they reached out to me was so that we could exchange belongings of one another's that we still had. Mind you, and it doesn't matter, it's just the principle, but it's not the principle because that's my ego saying it's a principle. But like, I know that this person has things of mine, but I just let go of that. I think being homeless did that for me because it showed me possessions don't really mean anything. So I just kind of like, and my memory, you think my memory is good enough for me to remember every single thing that I don't have currently? No, it's not gonna happen like that. But I had borrowed a couple books from them, and I also had clothes of theirs that I needed to return. So they reached out to me coincidentally right before I went out of town, which I don't know what type, like, is it a connection? I don't know if it was just coincidence. And you know, I read into everything. Everything's a sign, everything's a symbol. But I saw them, and it was really lax. It wasn't a big deal. We chatted a little bit, and like, I didn't think much of it then. even though it was like, this is what I wanted. I wanted this, you know? I wanted this from the beginning. I just wanted us to be back together, or like to be communicating with one another. It didn't end badly, so there was no reason for us to be weird. So I'm like, yeah, man, this will be perfect. I felt good, but also a little weird because it wasn't the same. And of course, it's not gonna be the same. People change, but the familiarity was there, but something else wasn't, so to speak. And it might have just been my ego wasn't being as hungry. It wasn't being as lecherous as it usually is. So we chatted for a while and said our goodbyes, gave each other a hug. The embrace is what did it for me. The hug, I was like, it just sends me back to like everything that I wanted in that person. And those desires mean nothing, but the unconditional love is just there. I can't even stop it. And this is why I say, people will say like, oh, they fall, you know, you can fall out of love and stuff like that. But is it real love? Because I don't think love has a beginning and an end. It's just there, like space, you feel me? So I have love for this person regardless, no matter what. I can't even like, I can't even pull from memories anymore, whether it be good memories or bad memories, because I just feel love. I know that the memories are just me trying to project something so I can say, oh, I feel the love because of this, or I feel the anger because of this, you feel me? But it doesn't have to be like that. But seeing them made me experience some perceived internal friction. And I didn't make a big deal about it. I went out of town, enjoyed myself. Coincidentally, right after I got back in town, they reached out to me again and said that I had tools of theirs, which I completely forgot. And that's so annoying because it's sus and it might sound like I like forgot just so that we could communicate again, when I did not. I literally forget things. The craziest part about it is, even though I forgot about the tools, I did want us to communicate again. Of course I did. I love, okay? I love. I'm trying to figure out who am I looking at? What am I looking at? I love. So coincidentally, I'm out of town for a few days. Coincidentally, right after I get back in town, they reach out to me, say, hey, you have my tools. I'm like, oh crap, completely forgot. And then they said, well, I'll be by later today to pick them up. And I was like, okay, well, you just let me know a time so I can be home. Because what? You're not gonna give me no open-ended, I'll be there later. You need to tell me a time, because what am I supposed to do, wait around all day? And the old me, a different aspect of myself would have been okay with that, but I kind of got attitudey, and it might just be the celibacy. But I was just like, okay, I'm gonna take note of that. I still love them, okay? I know I'm talking crap, but like, I love them. Then they say, oh, well, should be sometime around 7:30. I'll let you know. So me knowing that this person, I said, let me just continue about my day, because probably ain't gonna pull up at no 7:30. And then I told them, you know, just come by at 8:30. But even though I said come by at 8:30, probably ain't gonna pull up at no 8:30. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna care about my business. Around 9, they pull up. I take the tools out. And I walk up to the car, but I walk up to the passenger side because I'm not sure what's going on. They don't get out of the car. So I'm thinking, okay, do they want me to get in? Are we gonna chat? Like, what's gonna happen? Get to the side door, the windows are down. And the whole time I was walking to the car, I was like talking to myself. So I was like, oh God, like probably heard me talking to myself. And I say, hey, and then, what's up? Yada, yada, yada. And I hand the tools to them, and they say, do you have anything else of mine? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. Because literally I don't. I literally don't. Why would I go through all the trouble to give you all of the clothes that you left here anyways? I was like, no, I don't. Do you have anything else of mine? They're like, they pause. And in my head, I'm like, you know you got stuff of mine. You know what I mean? Quit playing. You know you got stuff of mine. And they're like, some books. I have your books. And I said, did you finish them? Did you read them? no, I haven't read them. I did start them, but I didn't finish them. Which is funny because I returned their books to them, but one of the books I hadn't finished. One of them I did, but the other one I hadn't finished. But instead of saying I didn't finish the book, I just gave it back because, like, who am I to keep your belongings? And there's other deeper reasons why this person was trying to get their things from me. And it irritates me because I know that's what it is, but like, I'm not going to take it personally because I know the reason that they think they need to get their things from me is not the real reason of why they need to get their things from me. I might sound crazy, but it makes sense. It makes sense to me. And they pause a little bit. So I'm like, okay. And I say, did you want me to get in? And they're like, no, not really. And like chuckle. I took it personally. I wish I didn't take it personally, but I did. And I was just like, okay, noted. I don't know what I was expecting, obviously. I wasn't expecting like a marriage proposal or like, oh, we're gonna get back together. But like, maybe some like camaraderie. Hey, expectations mean nothing, you know what I mean? So that took me aback a little bit, and I was just like, okay, whatever. I was just like, hey, it's no big deal. Like, I was just saying that because there was pauses and awkwardness, whatever. And I left. And within like 15 minutes, I got a call from them. And they were like, what are you doing tonight? And the problem is my ego wants that. My ego wanted that so deeply, so bad. Like, sometimes I find myself in thought paths where I'm fantasizing about that reunion almost. And they asked if I was doing anything. I said no, of course. And they asked, hey, you want to go out for a drink? Yes. Went, was fine. Awkward in the beginning, but fine. The only thing for me is even in knowing that we're not together and we have not been together for some months, I still feel betrayed. Only because I assumed, and I just be on point, bro. I promise, I just be on point. I assumed that they had slept with somebody else. And I was right, but they didn't tell me that. I found out through other records. Maybe it's because I'm crazy, but I assumed that they slept with somebody else. And of course, we don't have to be monogamous. We're not together. But it hurt me a little bit. I was like, dang. I'm over here attitudey and mad because I'm not getting my back broken out. And the reason why is because I know that I'm still attached. I'm trying to break away from that attachment. But even for old time's sakes, us hanging out, it was nice, but I felt as though, are you spending time with me because you miss me genuinely, like you love me or you enjoy being around me, or are you spending time with me because you know that I'll always be there for you, like no matter what? And that's the worst part, and I don't even like to say it, but my ego wants to say it because I am I don't even know what the word might be. Codependent, probably. That's probably the best word. But like, dang, bro. Not to say that I've been done so wrong or anything, but I still question within myself, how much will you put up with? You know what I mean? But at the same time, for me to be like, how much will you put up with? I have to be perceiving something personally in a self-interest sort of way. And I know that people cannot be my possession. And this person is not my possession, but I still love them. And I don't know. But anyway, relapse. Because everything was fine until that. And spending time with them was amazing. I really loved it. I felt like I wasn't in control of myself, though, because I was like just at the whims of my desire and my angst, you know, and my longing that I had been experiencing for a while. And it was like, dang, this is what you wanted. You wanted you two to be together. But I was like, are we really going to be together? Because it's not that way. And just me knowing, dang, why am I hurt, bro? Why am I hurt, for real? Like, I'm trying to figure out, why are you hurt? I'm just like, how you gonna sleep with somebody else? But it's whatever. It's literally whatever. I can just stay on my celibacy journey and it doesn't matter. The worst part about it is there was a figment of my ego when I started the celibacy journey that said, well, whenever it's time to break the celibacy, you will break the celibacy with that person. But now all of that has been chucked out the window. And I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't even know who I'm talking to. I will watch this later and I'll be like, girl, it's not even a big deal. Relax. It's just a storm of the mind. But I'm experiencing some really heavy sensations because of it. So I just had to point it out. And I had to out the ego so I can shoot it down and get it out of here and get all of this suffering. Just throw it away, you know, just throw it away. But on that note, it's been real. It was nice. I'm about to do some yoga, meditate, and pray. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Oh, also listen to my podcast, Dairy Talks. I just have to throw plugs in there because I decided what's the point of having shame anymore, you know? But let me flex real quick. I'm sorry. I'm going to the gym bright and early tomorrow.